Welcome to the Sustaining Creativity Podcast. I'm your host, Mari Riesberg. Over the past several years, I've combined my degrees in acting and somatic psychology to share my sustaining creativity techniques with performers. And now I've decided to share it with a bigger audience that includes you. I believe we are all creative, and this podcast is all about that. I'll be interviewing people from all backgrounds, ages, and creativity experiences to share just how creative we all are. Today, I'll be doing a wrap-up of our 2021 year. I can't believe we are already at the end of 2021. So please enjoy the Sustaining Creativity Podcast wrap-up of 2021. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sustaining Creativity Podcast wrap-up of 2021. I cannot believe that it is already the end of December. We have talked to so many incredible humans this year on the podcast, and I'm so excited to wrap it up for you in as much of a little package as I can today. So I just wanted to take a few minutes and kind of share a little bit about the process of the podcast. I have met some incredible people from around the world. I've talked to people from the United States, from the Netherlands, Dubai, Norway, Belgium, the Philippines, South Africa, Kenya, France, and Australia this year. I can't believe that I have talked to so many incredible people from so many amazing locations on the globe. It's really brought a new respect and understanding of creativity to me from hearing all of these amazing people's perspectives about creativity and what it's like to be creative, what it means to be creative to each and every one of them. Some of the jobs or things that my interviewees have done or currently do, I've talked to a lot of coaches, I've talked to a lot of authors, entrepreneurs, dancers, poets, actors, podcast hosts, a hypnotherapist, lots of teachers, talent agents, psychologists, massage therapists, artists, journalists, textile artists, acupuncturists, doctors, Reiki master, trainers, roamers, wanderers, bankers, accountants, mentors, marketers, Guinness World Record holders, publishers, music therapists, attorneys, prison vocational school teacher, entertainers, former pro wrestlers, technologists, former military, neurotherapists, filmmakers, producers, storytellers, human performance coaches, former NFL players, acrobats, mindfulness guides, DJs, video editors, photographers, yoga teachers, choreographers, business consultants, and architects. That is an incredible list and such a diverse collection of people to talk about creativity, and I have loved each and every interview I have had with each one of these amazing humans. It's such a treat to get to talk to so many different people who do so many different things about creativity. As you all know, I believe we are all creative, and that is what this podcast is all about. So to hear the range of things that people do, from writing to psychology to Reiki masters, publishers, neurotherapists, performance coaches, mindfulness guides, to hear what creativity means to them or how creativity shows up in their life is such a gift, and I feel so honored that I get to chat with them and share their stories and their creativity with each and every one of you. So I wanted to kind of go through some of the things that people have said around what it means to be creative or what creativity is to them. For so many of my guests, creativity has saved them. So many people have said creativity has saved my life, creativity has changed my life, creativity is that piece that transforms things in my life. And I just really love how even when people don't see themselves as creative, they see how creativity transforms, changes, saves, and imbues their life with some special pieces that really inspire and awaken new areas of their life that they are excited and inspired to follow. So here are some of the things that my interviewees have said about creativity. So creativity is about being in your heart. I love this. It does feel like creativity comes from your heart space. It is that subconscious awakening, and when we really tap into our heart, creativity can come alive, creativity blossoms. So I love that so many of my guests said creativity is about being in your heart. Creativity is also about connecting the dots. So many people have talked about putting two pieces of a puzzle together or connecting things, and that is what creativity means to them. Doing something that makes you happy, building joy in your life. I so resonate with this. Creativity to me is all about bringing more happiness and joy into my own life. And I love hearing that to others, it is also about doing something that makes you happy. For some of my guests, creativity has been a state of mind. So something that they step into and can step out of, but it's a way to kind of look at the world through that creative lens. Creativity is a way of finding answers to problems. There's so much problem solving that creativity supports, whether you are an entrepreneur or a parent or a performer or an artist. Creativity really helps solve problems. Creativity can alleviate suffering. This is where the mindfulness guides and psychotherapists and meditators really showed up. Mindfulness really is about that present moment. And when we are in the present moment, tolerating an experience of suffering is that much easier. The moment we're just experiencing that present moment, and then the next moment is a new moment. So I love this idea that creativity can alleviate suffering. Creativity helps us process the experiences we have in the world, and it helps us experience the world. It helps us harness the energy of change. So many people talked about how creativity has helped them change direction in their life or start new endeavors, that they really had to get creative, particularly during the pandemic, getting creative about so many aspects of their life, and how creativity really helped them do that and achieve those goals. Creativity is about harnessing the energy of change. So giving the opportunity to really gather what is changing in your life and how you want to proceed. Creativity has been such a huge component of that, not only in my own life, but for the guests that I've had on the podcast as well. So many people talked about creativity is about being in the flow, or stepping into that flow where you lose that sense of the outside world and you're so in whatever you're doing. You're experiencing it 100% in the present moment. And then also, creativity is a process. It's not something that will happen and then finish really quickly. Sometimes it's a longer experience, a process. We have stages and phases of creativity. And I think that's just a great reminder for so many people that it's not necessarily a really quick thing. It can take a longer period of time. Creativity is life. Creativity is generating something new. Creativity is an expression of yourself. I love this one because I truly believe creativity is my passion. It's such a huge part of my life, and creativity really is an expression of who I am. My creativity, how I show up in the world, really is imbued by my creative life, my creative joy, my creative passions. And so having that reflected by so many of my guests, that it is an expression of yourself and that how they see it, was really validating for me. But also it was so wonderful to hear that so many other people experience creativity in this way. I love this piece about creativity, that to be creative is to be daring. There are so many amazing things that happen when we try something new, when we dare to be different, when we dare to have a new view or a new take on something. So I love this idea that to be creative is to be daring. And so many of my guests are being daring in big and small ways in their life. And it is such a privilege to have them share this information with me and share how they are daring in their life. And I am so excited that I got to share it all with each of you as you listened to the interviews. And then my very last piece about what it means to be creative, or what creativity looks like. Creativity really comes alive at the edge of your comfort zone. This is something I say all the time. I remind people about it. I love the idea that we have to get to the edge of our comfort zone to really express and experience big creativity. It's not that we don't experience creativity in our comfort zone. We absolutely do. But when we get to the edge of our comfort zone, creativity really comes alive. There are so many new facets and aspects of creativity that come alive when we're stretching outside of our comfort zone. So I love this reminder to continue to find ways that creativity helps us get to our comfort zone and then go beyond it. Trying new things, taking a creative risk, sending an email we're hesitant to send, making a phone call we're nervous about, applying for a job that we don't feel we are qualified for. Apply anyway. There's that creativity showing up at the edge of our comfort zone. So these are so many wonderful things about what it means to be creative, or how creativity has shown up in so many of my guests' life. So it is always a privilege to hear people's stories and to share in their creative experience. And I want to chat a little bit about what I learned about creativity in this year, in 2021. What I learned about myself, what I learned from other people, and how it's really shown up in my life. So creativity has kept me grounded in who I am this past year in more ways than I can even mention. It really fuels my soul to know that creativity is there to support me. It's there to guide me at times. It's there to transform and stretch and ask me to try new things and get to the edge of my own comfort zone. I've learned that creativity can be messy, it can be loud, and it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. That process of creativity can look really messy, and it can also be loud and bright, and it's okay. It's okay to use your voice to be loud. It's okay to show up in your mess, and it's okay to be seen in all of it. Creativity has really supported me to show up in that way in my own life as well. I also learned that creativity is really challenging to explain to other people. So many people believe they are not creative, and when I talk to them about creativity and how creativity can change their life, they really struggle to understand how that's even possible or what that would look like. So I've learned that explaining creativity can be really challenging, and I still love it, and I still want to do it, and I still want to support people in awakening or reclaiming their creativity in their own life. that has really come to the forefront of my experience this year, how important creativity is to really change and transform your life and how you can. So stepping into a bigger expression of being a creativity coach has also really shown up in my life this year. And that I love, love, love. I cannot say it enough. I love supporting people in creativity coaching. Whether they are performers or not, it doesn't matter. If you think you are creative, if you don't think you are creative, I love working one-on-one with people around transforming their lives with creativity. I also love supporting people to pick up creative projects that they may have set aside for any number of reasons and bringing those back into their life so there's that completion, or they get to express themselves through this project. So I love working with people, and I really solidified that this year, how much I really enjoy and how grounding and powerful I feel supporting other people. I've also learned that creativity is a really important part of my own personal growth as a human on this planet. Creativity has gotten me through a pandemic. It's gotten me through a breakup. It's gotten me through death of friends, disappointments, business meetings. It's gotten me through anxiety and self-doubt. It's gotten me through the urges to give up. It has gotten me through online dating. That is a crazy adventure and calls for so much creativity. It's gotten me through sadness and tears, joy, home improvement projects. It's gotten me through therapy, through exercise, and it has gotten me through turning 40 this year. What a beautiful way to ring in this wonderful experience of how creativity really shows up in my life. So this has been such a privilege to share this wrap up with each and every one of you. And my hope for my listeners is that with each interview and unique perspective of creativity, you are expanding your own understanding of what creativity is and what creativity can be. I hope your curiosity is sparked and that you continue to flex your own creativity every day. I really hope you enjoyed listening to this year of Sustaining Creativity podcast. I am forever grateful to my guests, my listeners, and every member of my support system who has had a hand in helping me create this podcast. I am in awe of the creativity that is alive and awakening in the world right now. I love creativity, and I cannot wait to share more amazing interviews with you in 2022. Thank you all so much for showing up and sharing your incredible creativity stories. I continue to be inspired and in awe of each and every one of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and I hope you have an amazing end of 2021. Thanks for listening to the Sustaining Creativity podcast. We'd love to keep in touch, so follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We are at Sustaining Creativity. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Tag your friends and family so they can listen too. We love to hear from you, so leave your reviews, comments, and questions. Check out our website, sustainingcreativity.com, for upcoming offerings and creativity coaching. Tune in Tuesdays for our next episode. And remember, with creativity, anything's possible.